Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. In this video, we will be installing 42-pound injectors, a turbo tweak chip, and an 87 ECM. Let's get at it. So you just made a decision to get a turbo tweak chip, or you made a decision just to get a Grand National, and you want a really strong baseline when it comes to fuel injection, spark, and things of that nature. So here's what you do. You get yourself a turbo tweak chip, you get yourself a good known set of injectors, and you get an 87 ECM, and you need to install it in your hot air vehicle. Now also keep in mind, if you have an 86 and 87 that's using the factory ECM and factory chip, you can go to turbo tweak as well and get something for that. Whether you want to stay stock or do things just a little bit better than stock, they have options for you. So this video will go out to all Turbo Regal owners. But just know, if you have an 86, 87 vehicle, you can keep that ECM and just upgrade the chip and injectors. If you have a hot air vehicle and you want to upgrade to a turbo tweak chip, you're going to need that 86, 87 ECM along with the chip and injectors if you choose to upgrade the injectors. Eric can make a chip for just stock injectors as well, but chances are, if you got into your Grand National, especially at a really good price, you're going to want to spend a coin and get a good known set of injectors that can handle you turning up the boost, you providing a few more little upgrades to make things go a little bit faster. It's nice to have that room on the fuel side and that adjustability to keep turning up the boost. So a little recap on T-Top over here. It's an 84 Grand National T-Top. 35,000 original miles, sat for a few years, but ran and drove. The problem that I was having with it is when you start it up, it will not maintain idle. You can step on the accelerator for about a minute and then it would try to hold idle and most likely be successful enough for you to take a drive. Now, I'm trying to get rid of that drivability concern by upgrading the common faults. Mass airflow sensor, adjusting the TPS and IAC, and now getting a turbo tweak chip with injectors and the 87 ECM. All right, so let's tear into it. What you'll need to do first is remove your fan shroud. There are 4 10mm bolts right along the front. Once you have that done, we can get this out of the way. Over here, we'll also get the air cleaner out of the way. There were 2, I believe 8 or 10mm bolts right here that hold it to the bracket. You got your mass airflow harness right down here, and you'll have a couple of clamps over here and here to separate it from the oil fill tube and the throttle body.
Just hold it in here?
No, just hold it.
Just hold it? Oh, okay.
The other way.
I'm new to this.
That's nice and easy. And that other car, I was prying on it for days. It looked like I was doing something wrong. Yes. Okay. This out of the way. Can get at this fuel rail. With the turbo removed and out of the way, you're nearly there to get the injectors out. You can remove that out of the way. Now, you have to get this shroud piece out of there. This is the bracket that holds on the turbo. You got one bolt straight down there. You got a second one back there. And then you can snake it up between your injectors and your heater hoses. There are 10mm bolts on the back side of these brackets. One here, one here. Get those off, and then you can slide it straight out. Take this opportunity to loop your coolant lines here. You don't need them hooked up to your throttle body anymore. So just loop them around. The smaller the better. And once you get this out of the way, you can loosen up the 10mm bolts on the fuel pressure regulator. Get that out of the way and lift up and get your entire rail out. Now, this is a good opportunity to upgrade your fuel pressure regulator to an adjustable unit. I don't have mine here yet, so I'm just gonna rock with the stock one for now. Take a moment to inspect your turbo bell. Make sure that these O-rings are supple and they look good. You can even pop out this entire unit and take a look at the bottom ones. I'm pretty sure mine look good because this intake was recently serviced. And once you have that out, we can move over to the bench and show you our replacement injectors. So with the old injectors out, I also have the rail here and the injector clips. I just inspected the harness to make sure that there was no fraying or damaged wires. Let me show you what we're going to replace them with. So from Turbo Tweak, we have 42-pound injectors. I bought an 87 ECM from Advanced Auto. Really handy for the lifetime warranty. And in this static case, we have a new Turbo Tweak chip that we'll be using. Some of the stats on it: 18 to 20 degrees of timing, 15 to 17 PSI for turbo boost. And this combo will replace the 84 computer chip and injectors. The CalPack chip, which is the backup chip in case your main one, goes kaput, that can carry over from your 84 ECM. So just swap this chip over from your other one, you'll be fine. Install the new Turbo Tweak chip in here. Swap out your injectors on the rails. Make sure that the O-rings look good and clean. These look really nice. And we'll get everything clipped up and then back in the car. So reinstallation is easy. It's just the opposite of the removal. And it's gonna go by really quickly. Getting it off is really the hard part. When you're going to put everything back on, the biggest trouble that you're going to run into is the oil return line for your turbo. Just line that up first, make sure it stays in the hole, and then bring the turbo down over the inlet bell. Make sure that it doesn't move and then it sits fully onto the turbo bell. You're gonna massage it down until it gets to the point where you can screw in the retaining bolts, and then you're home free. So everything underneath the hood is done. I've got my Turbo Tweak chip in on the left side. The CalPack chip that was originally in the 84 is on the right side. And now we're ready to swap them out. We'll just go ahead and plug that one out and pop mine in. There's no spring clamps or anything, but you want to release this clip from the ECM and then you can pull them away. These connections look a little worse for wear, so I know water's been down here. I'll clean them up a little bit and then plug everything in. All right, fire in the hole. All right, it's holding an idle. Gotta check engine light. Looks good, sounds good. All right, so all done. We've got it outside. I had to adjust the IAC and the TPS one more time, but she runs and drives smooth. Nice stream of exhaust coming out. You can set a cup of water on there and it's not moving. And let me show you what initial startup looks like. Foot is not on the gas. It's able to hold that idle just fine. Let's go for a quick run. Oh man, this thing sounds so good. Nice. Let's get it home. All right, so here it is, finally running reliably. And let me show you what's next for the channel. Next up, I'm gonna give you an update on the Sierra. We've done some really great work with the interior on it. It's really coming together. So I'm excited to show you all the latest. Oh, it's locked right now. But as you can see, doors, consoles are in for front and rear. All of the interior has been recoated and painted in black and tan. I still need to do the dash on it, but more on that to come. I got a video on the Audi that's gonna be set to release. It left me stranded, so I'll tell you more about that soon enough. And I got some big news for Astroroof coming up soon. So remember, like, share, subscribe, leave a note in the comments. Let me know what you think about all these videos, and please take a look at some of my other videos. Also, I'm gonna give you a quick sneak peek on what's up to come for T-Top. Yep. See you on the next one.